And so it begins. Welcome to today's travels with Mayan Shah at rvmax.us. We are going to take one of our beautiful inventory pieces, and Kai and I are going to have some fun. We're going to go meet up with some friends, some previous customers, and some special guests. And for this trip, we are taking our 2022 Tiffin Allegro bus 37 AP that is available at rvmax.us for $299,950. And we do have a full-length tour on this beautiful coach. Right now, I'm filling up the freshwater tank. So it's got about a 100-gallon tank, I believe, and I'm just gonna let it run until it starts to overflow. I don't have my lights on right now. And saying no distractions around here is honestly quite the joke. I mean, wherever you turn, there's some type of incredible motor coach that's just begging for some attention. But right now, I really do need to stay focused. It's about 10:30-ish, and we were supposed to leave at 9 a.m. this morning. And another one of those little ganders that always teases me on the lot right now is our 05 Liberty coach. This is a double slide coach with a tune that makes 600 horsepower. But again, I literally just had to stop myself from walking in there and taking some shots. Let's go ahead and check on the tank fill on this coach. And last time I was around there when I was looking at that, the lights weren't on. So let's go ahead and see if I can get those outside cargo lights to get on. Oh, you know what? I'm hearing the overflow. I will look for that later. That is a full freshwater tank, and now I want to turn off the air conditioners before I reel in that 50 amp. And the reason you do that is so you don't have some kind of big arc or draw as soon as you turn either the generator back on or the 50 amp service back on. It's just healthier to not shock the system. That's all. Now let's reel in that 50 amp cord. I'm gonna turn off the power first. All right, it's time to fire up that 450 Cummins. Gotta have the dash accent lights on, right? And it got a little tight pulling out of the spot. I didn't want to leave with any of that beautiful Prevost paint job on this Allegro bus. So we managed to skirt right past that mirror. And looking back at the video, I actually had space on the fence side here, so I didn't have to cut it this close. The RV gods have smiled upon me yet again and let me walk away unscathed. Everything is hooked up now, and it is time to roll. The paint job on this coach really stands out, especially at night. Under the lights, the colors come alive with a deep, glossy finish that turns heads wherever it goes. I love driving coaches at any time of day, but especially at night, and I'm excited to get this Powerglide chassis on the road. Our first stop was one of our favorite spots, good old Cracker Barrel. We are frequent customers, and we frequently are motor coachers there. And it's morning time. I've still probably got some morning hair going on, but we're sitting here in the Cracker Barrel. Just stick the key in the car. The coach tracked beautifully in the lane, giving it a confident, stable feel on the road. And with the added safety features, there was an extra layer of peace of mind that really enhanced the driving experience. big plus about that valve letting the pump provide pressure regardless of its position is that right now Kaya is like brushing her teeth, or if she wants to use water, take a shower, but you want to go ahead and wrap things up on the outside, you can. So I can still fill my tank and still have water pressure from my pump in the coach. So you don't really lose water pressure ever, even if you're filling your tank. All right, we're just rolling through the campground, minding our tree business. And I love idling through campgrounds. It's like my thing with you. On the way back, we made a quick stop to visit our friends at the Featherlight Coach Factory in Suffolk, Virginia. Always a pleasure catching up and seeing the craftsmanship up close. The Featherlight family is deeply rooted in racing culture, even playing a role in a Le Mans win with a Porsche team. And I've been familiar with Featherlight coaches since I was in the single digits in years, and it's incredible to see the vibe and passion that gets instilled into the build quality of these coaches. We got a tour with one of their top guys, so be sure to look out for that video, which is coming soon. But for now, we're back on the road, traveling through the beautiful countryside of Virginia, headed to visit my grandparents and soak up a little more family time before heading home. And one of our go-to campsites in the area is the Raleigh State Fairgrounds. They actually have a pretty good campground, full hookups. I mean, nothing fancy at all. And the spots towards the front are kind of on level, so we tried to stay in the back of the campground, and a little 32-foot country coach actually pulled up right next to us, which was super cool. I enjoyed chatting with the owners. They were very nice, and driving an OG motor coach. And that's one of the things we love most about staying in campgrounds is the amazing people you get to meet from all over the country and sometimes even from around the world. We've met people on trails, we've met people who are neighbors in campgrounds, who aren't our neighbors in campgrounds, who we just started talking to. In fact, our neighbors in the first campground we stayed at were incredible. They came over and were talking to us, they invited us over multiple times, and we did the same. Unfortunately, we didn't get to kick back and sit by a fire, but we did have some good conversations, and I was left with just such a great impression of how they were raising these kids in the campground. They didn't have smartphones, and they were just so good at naturally conversating. And I thank the parents as well as camping and the community that they are in. Unfortunately, I didn't get any videos with my grandparents this time, though to be honest, it would have mostly been footage of me eating their amazing food. Having grandparents, or even just your silly old parents, is a true blessing. I try to be grateful for every single moment I get to share with them. And by the way, you just watched me hook up the car for flat tow. This car is so simple. All you do is put it in neutral, put the e-brake down, leave the key in the ignition, and you're done. I like to triple check things, which sometimes causes confusion, but you know, it's always good to at least double check, right? Hello. Now that we've checked out of our campground, we just pulled into a Walmart real quick, and this is where we left the bus. We actually just got back from eating some good lunch with my cousin. So what a terrific trip, I gotta say. Every aspect of this trip has just been full of great friends and family and great memories. But yeah, this Walmart's super cool. We're just sitting here. I left the bus here in the shade, and Kai is actually inside shopping right now, grabbing a couple things. So we typically shop every time we stop at Walmart. And that's why most Walmarts are cool with us motor coachers and RVers out there. Anyways, peace and love. It's time to hit the road, even though it's literally like the hottest part of the day. One of the hottest days we've had recently. The sauna level is crazy right now. Somebody threw a bunch of steam in here too. It's nuts. Anyways, I typically don't like to drive an RV during the peak hot of the day. But here we are. It's just crazy. I was talking to Kyle. I was like, we've camped at so many tip-ins. It's funny. There's still aspects of this 22 Allegra bus that remind me of the 04 Phaeton. You wouldn't think that there would be, but there are. Anyways. Before we left the area, we moseyed across the street from the Walmart to a little shopping center to do a little more shopping. Kyle loves spending the big bucks. All right, so we just stopped to get some Taco Bell. So I pulled into this Walmart, which was conveniently by the Taco Bell, disconnected the car, and yeah, I'm about to munch. Well, before I munch, I'm gonna hook the car back up so that way when I'm done munching, it's just take on off. What a magnificent sky. Wow. I had to turn the underlights on the Tiffin, but that's still no match for what the sky is. Hey everybody, just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting us here at rvmax.us, and we're very appreciative of that, as well as our veterans, our brothers and sisters who came before us that we're standing on their shoulders currently. Yes, so thank you for watching. We really hope that you stick around and see what other RV shenanigans we get up to around here. Sorry for my morning hair. Anyways, it's been about a week since we've gotten back from our trip, and I honestly just pulled this 22 Allegro bus 37 AP back into the lot and just left it here. So I have not plugged it into power. It's on its own with the inverter running and all other 120 outlets running. Nothing's really sucking power though, except for the refrigerator. So the refrigerator's been keeping our valuables all cool and everything. And yeah, like I said, it's been about a week with no power source whatsoever. I haven't started the bus, I haven't started the generator, and I haven't plugged it into power the entire time. I've been running lights. I had an automatic exhaust fan in there. I had, like I said, the refrigerator's been running. And take a peek at the battery voltage here. Look at that, 12.4 on the chassis and 12.9 on the house. We've currently got almost 16 amps coming in from that solar. And it's super convenient to have that solar. And the last coach that Kai and I got an opportunity to go out and camp in was our beautiful 2017 Tiffin Phaeton. Now, the amazing couple that we got to meet selling them this coach, they decided to add solar as well. And I'm starting to see the benefits of having solar, even if you just boondock in Walmart temporarily. It's convenient to have at least something. That being said, for the camping that Kai and I did, it definitely wasn't necessary. Just an extra layer of luxury, if you will. So keep on keeping on to the Gavigans. Peace and love to you all. Please like and subscribe. You'll see more fun stuff with coaches. I can't wait for our next trip. And as you can see, my dad is still a child and loves to blow the air horn. I think he's probably shortened my life a little bit by causing some adrenaline spikes, but you know what? Maybe he's made me tougher. That's what good dads are for. Either way, I can't hear as well as I used to, but oh well, I love the sound of an air horn.